If you're a Hispanic kid, I know you know this song. The whole freaking day I've been channeling it. Literally. Like this song I've been channeling all day. And I know for a fact it has to do with this fucking reading. Right? The whole day. Can you hear it? ¿Por qué no supiste entender a mi corazón lo que había en él? ¿Por qué no tuviste el valor de ver quién soy? ¿Por qué no escuchas lo que está tan cerca de ti? Solo el ruido de afuera y yo, que estoy a un lado, desaparezco para ti. No voy a llorar y decir que no merezco esto. Es probable que lo merezco, por él no lo quiero, por eso te vas. Y lástima, pero adiós, te despides de él y te vas. Qué lástima, pero adiós, te despides de él y te vas. The whole day, I've been telling the song. The song says, sucks to be them, but you have to go. Sucks to be them, but you have to walk away. Right? They didn't know how to understand your heart. And I 100% understand where you're coming from. But you know your worth. You know who you are. They're going to walk back in once you're glowing, once you're flowing, once you're doing so well for yourself. And you also know that. The whole day, and I know for a fact one of you guys needs to hear this. You guys are too perfect. You guys are too beautiful to be waiting on some crummy looking dude. As simple as that, right? And I was like, I know for a fact I'm feeling it. And they're going to be looking for you and other people. As simple as that. And the reason I say they're going to be looking for you and other people is because they are. Because you gave them what you knew they needed, not what you knew they wanted. You gave them what you knew they needed. You gave them what you knew they basically needed, right? They needed healing. They needed safety. And when you offered them that, they weren't looking for it. But oh shit, now that I'm gone, shit in your misery hole. As simple as that, right? Not you, but them. They can sit in their misery, right? Because no one is going to offer them what you were willing to offer them, right? If you guys know who I am, my name is Te dije cabronas. Mira, the Temperance, soulmate card. Soulmate card. Also balance. What does this mean? Soulmate, even if they're your soulmate, with the Judgment reverse, they're going to be looking for that beautiful energy to bring balance into their partnerships. But hey, you're the one with that energy and you're the one that's healing. You're the one that's focusing more on your project. You're focusing more on yourself. You're doing things that you know for a fact are going to bring you success. You're doing things that you know for a fact don't have them in your mind, right? You're working hard. You're becoming more beautiful. You're becoming more energetic. I don't doubt it. There'll be old people. There'll be old people that be looking at you at the gym. There'll be old people that be looking at you at the grocery store. You cannot lie to me. You cannot lie to me, right? And like I'm telling you, I'm feeling it. Like I'm feeling that you're healing because you already felt it. Tú ya lo sentiste. You already felt it. You're healing. You're focusing more on what you can do for your heart. That's what you're doing. And I'm 100% proud of you. With the Knight of Wands and with the Page of Pentacles, you chose to walk away, or you choose to basically walk away because they were right for your heart, but they didn't acknowledge that. They were right for your corazón, but they didn't see that. Right? So I want you to acknowledge that right here, there's a power imbalance. To me, it feels like with the Five of Swords, this person always wanted to be in control, or they thought to themselves that getting into a relationship, they were going to be the head of the relationship. Sorry, they were going to be able to control outcomes. That's not with me. That's not with you. I'm going to be the one that's going to be providing the stability. And I feel like you made them insecure. I feel like to an extent you have more stability. I feel like to an extent you're doing better for yourself. So you definitely kind of like put the brakes on it. You didn't really invest as much time as you wanted to, but it doesn't matter. When they needed something, you were there. When they needed something, you were there to offer them that stability that they honestly needed. But for some reason, they got too much in their head and they decided to walk away with the Five of Swords. Right? But they broke up with you. Them breaking up with you made them feel like they had some sort of sense of control. As simple as that. But because you're too focused on what you can do for yourself, you said, you walk away. I'm going to focus on my own thing. I'm gonna do my own thing, and you can stay over there. As simple as that. That's what ended up happening. ¿Qué crees que pasó? You focus more on yourself, you focus more on your healing, and they're not having such a good time because, oh shit, they healed. Oh shit, he moved on. Well, no fucking shit. Like, sorry, I don't want to say bad words. Well, no shit. Like, what do you expect? If you break up with me, I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna focus on myself, right? And they're questioning, how did you move on so quickly? You moved on so quickly because you were already finding self-love before they walked into your reality. So you didn't really need a relationship. And I personally feel like you weren't even looking for a connection, right? And right now you are more focused on healing, right? They're more focused on whatever they can get their hands on. King of Wands reverse. They're more focused on superficial relationships. But guess what? Those superficial relationships with the Page of Pentacles, it's not bringing them any structure whatsoever. So you see that right there, right? Look, I'm going to say it like it is. I want to see if they're still keeping tabs. Yup. I was about to say, I want to see if they're still keeping tabs on my collective. Three of Wands. Look, what I can tell you is, just to cut it short, because I did sing for a minute, just to cut it short, this person is still eyeing you. This person is still eyeing your connection. But I want you to acknowledge that they're eyeing your connection because of the Temperance reverse. They're not having the best time. And they're trying to find you in other people with the King of Wands, with the Two of Cups, with the Page of Pentacles reverse. But it's not working. It's not working because those people don't have the emotional depth that you have, right? So if I'm being fully honest, what I see right here is that they're contemplating whether they should walk back in. I'm not saying they are. They're contemplating it big time, like big time, they're contemplating it. The thing about it is that you know they left you for the dead grass when the grass was always greener under you, right? I'm pretty sure they met somebody else after you guys broke up, but they realized that that person was shallow as fuck. As simple as that. With the Two of Cups, the Five of Swords, and the Temperance, they realized that that person was shallow as fuck. And that person didn't want them for the long run, right? Now they're having trouble getting rid of that person with the Five of Swords and the Temperance reverse, right? Why? Because none of them can compare to you. I really, really hope you like this channeled message. Overall, I kind of want to give you zodiac signs. I'm going to go ahead and say, I'm going to say Aquarius. I want to say Aries. And then I want to say Scorpio and Cancer. Take care of yourself.